Okay, we'll be starting in just a little while. Just a couple of minutes, and we are going to be on live. This is Coach Joe from ActivateYourGreatness.com, and my mission is to help motivated individuals, especially business professionals, to be their best selves, to create the life of their dreams, the life that they love. And I love to help business people, small business people, people who are especially lawyers. I'm a lawyer of 40 years of law practice. So I know a little bit about the law, but that's not what we're talking about today. Welcome. This is Coach Joe from ActivateYourGreatness.com. And today we are going to be talking about confidence. And I'm going to give you some really great information on how to be more confident in your daily life. And if might want to take some notes. Some people might be just stopping in and coming out. This is going to be about a 30-minute presentation. So if you have the time, sit down, take some notes, because I'm going to give you some great tips, some things that you can actually use and put into practice that are going to make you much more confident than you've ever been before. Okay? Every day you can expand your confidence. You can increase your confidence every day if you make a determination that that's what you're going to do. I operate from what's called a growth mindset. A growth mindset means is we can learn to do things that we've never done before. We can create confidence. We can create genius. We can create power in ourselves just by applying ourselves and believing that we can do it. Belief is a very important thing. So are you ready to increase your confidence? Say yes. You can put yes in the chat if you like. If you're live, yes. Let's talk about 10 confidence hacks. Okay, I love the word hack, okay, because I'm a hacker myself. I love to find faster and better ways to do things that the average person doesn't do. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to have hacks that will work for you. So let's talk about those. How do you get more confident? Let's get into it. So, going to talk about the power of confidence in business, because I love business people, especially entrepreneurs, but also corporate people too. I love business. And what we want to do is become more confident, because without confidence, it's not going to work. Or let's put it the other way, with confidence, it's going to work. High self-confidence is what leads to success. Let's be more successful. Hack number one, I'm going to stand up for this one, okay? So this is something that you just this is very simple. You just put your hands like this. It's very, very simple. Let me see if I can come here so you can see the whole thing. It's like this. Yes. Boom. That makes me very, very strong. And what I like to do, okay, I've been really working a lot on my own confidence. And what I like to do is to go in front of a mirror and strike the pose and say things, say affirmations in the mirror to myself while I'm looking in my own eyes. But this is a very simple technique that you can use before important events. If you're going to go to court, if you're going to do a presentation, if you have a big meeting with the boss, stand, hands on hips for 2 minutes. Makes a huge difference. It'll shift everything. Makes a huge difference. So start practicing. See what happens. I guarantee you will find that you will be more confident when you do that. Especially you also want to smile. So you're in that position and you smile. Yay! It really works. So that's the first hack. Isn't that a great hack? Don't you think? Hack number 2, reframe failure as feedback. Man, I do presentations. I do continuing legal education presentations, and I did one that was terrible. I didn't really know where I was going. I was hesitant. I was umming and ahhing, and I didn't know what to do. And I turned it around the next time because I said, this is feedback. Okay, I've got to practice this. So I started practicing, started doing it to my camera like this on Zoom, and I started looking at myself, seeing how I could get better. I analyzed, as I said, I identified the lessons that I could learn, and then I applied it. And then I went to a presentation in Texas where I was presenting. It was about 40 people, but I nailed it. I was very, very confident. I was very, very clear. I stood up strong. I knew that I could do it because I had analyzed my failures. So you might want to keep a journal. When you have a failure, and we're all going to fail, let's face it. Nobody's not going to fail. Keep a journal. And then you can look at these lessons. You can go back and revisit them so that you can get better every time. Let's keep going. So this is a success story with Slack. It started as another company. I think it was called Flickr, and it failed. They were terrible. And Slack was part of the whole Flickr presentation, but what happened is they went from zero. They failed. They totally dropped the ball. And then Slack came again. They learned what the people who they were serving wanted, and they put all of those features in Slack and brought it from a zero to $1 billion, 30,000 clients, business clients, to $1 billion. Is that amazing or what? From failure to comeback. So I'll just read this to you. You can't worry about the failures. You worry about the things that you can control. You work hard at everything you do, and eventually things go your way. It's the name of the game. Let's go to the next hack. Hack number 3 is daily affirmations. This is one of my favorites. Now, YouTube is an amazing source for affirmations. They have literally thousands of affirmations that you can do. Their morning affirmations, their evening affirmations, their sleep affirmations. But all you need to do really is to write out 3 to 5 positive statements. I am confident. I like yes, I can. Yes, I can. I am confident. Yes, I can. I am resilient and overcome all challenges. And just say them many times during the day, in the morning, in the evening, whenever you have a moment. I am confident. Yes, I can. I am resilient. I bounce back from setbacks. Just say the affirmations that you choose and say them regularly until they say 21 days. We'll talk more about that whole setup later. But the whole idea is you say your affirmations daily. And you say them many, many times a day. It might be even good to say, I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Say that 100 times. I'm confident. I am confident. I believe in myself. I am confident. I can do it. Yes, I can. I can do it. Yes, I can. I am confident. Just say them again and again and again, especially if you look in the mirror while you're saying them, look into your eyes, put the power pose on, and I'm telling you, you do that day after day after day for a month, and you will see a true shift in your confidence and your ability to do things that once were difficult for you to do. Hack number 4, skills mastery focus. Okay, choose a skill that you want to develop and practice it every day. Could be reading books. It's one of mine. I'm studying I do videos every day, 30 minutes. Take notes. Have a gratitude journal. And now here's where we use the 21-90 rule. 21 days to form a habit, 90 days to create a lifestyle, 90 days to create an identity. Because that's what we eventually want to do, is we want to have an identity as a confident person. That's who I am. I'm confident. And when you have that identity, then you don't have to try, because it's who you are. But we want to form the habit of focusing 30 minutes a day. Choose a key skill. Don't go all over the map. Choose a key skill that you want to develop. Spend 30 minutes a day. Now, of course, I understand you're a busy person. You got a lot going on. Maybe you can't do 30 minutes a day. But if you can do some, that's the name of the game. Do a little. You could say 15 minutes a day. Okay, I'm going to read a book 15 minutes a day. If you read 15 minutes a day in a month, you can read a whole book. I mean, a large book. So just go for it. Just decide that that's what you are going to do, is to dedicate the time to develop a skill. And it will happen. Okay, so here we have on the slide, we have cooking and tailoring and all these kinds of things. You can use these things. You can develop those kinds of skills, or you can develop business skills as well. You can even develop public speaking skills. Study 15 to 30 minutes a day is what I say. And then track your progress. Make sure that you keep track of how you're doing with this, because you want to make sure that you're on track. And if you get on track, you can look at your progress and say, okay, I need to do this instead. It's really useful. Let's keep going. This is actually hack number 5, gratitude journaling. So what you want to do is you want to, especially at the end of the day is a great time to do gratitude journals. I personally I don't actually do it in a journal. I do it online on an app. But I write down 3 gratitudes every day. I put it in the app. And then I can look at the course of a week. The other thing that you can do, in addition to gratitudes, is you can use accomplishments. Because accomplishments are also something that are going to feed your confidence. Gratitude does. Accomplishments and acknowledging your accomplishments, wow, that really gives you some energy. And reflect on why each of these items, each of these things that you're grateful for is important to you. Big wins and little wins. I'm a big proponent of small wins, little tiny wins that you celebrate. I like to set I have a timer here, one of these things that I set, and I like to set it for 10 minutes, especially if I've been procrastinating on something. I set it for 10 minutes, and I do 10 minutes of work. And a lot of times, at the end of that 10 minutes, I'll just keep going. I might set it for another 10 minutes, because I now have some momentum. But what I'm saying is small progress makes a difference. Celebrate. At the end of that 10 minutes, I celebrate. You did it. You move forward. Perfect. Visualization is a very, very powerful tool. As you probably know, or maybe you don't know, I wrote a book called The Art of Joyful Achieving. And in that book, what I talk about, it's you can see it, maybe it's up there. I don't know if you can see it up there. But at any rate, the whole idea is visualization is an important part of removing your limiting beliefs. You visualize what you want. You visualize the successful outcomes and you make it happen. What you do is you close your eyes, create a vivid picture of what you want, and then you feel it. It's important to feel those things that you want. What does it feel like to actually have that book written, or actually have that report done, or actually knock out a killer speech? What does that feel like? And really get in touch with that. Vivid mental pictures, and the more of your senses you can engage, if you can engage your sound, like what does that sound like, or smell or taste, but especially the emotions. That's probably the most important of all of it, is how do you feel when you've accomplished your goal? See it, believe it, achieve it. Visualization is a great way to enhance your confidence. Just take a moment right now, close your eyes, and see a more confident you in front of you. Just see it, somebody, or see someone who you imagine has the confidence that you would like to have. Could be someone like Tony Robbins, somebody very, very powerful, and you might want to step into them and just feel the power of the confidence that you have when you visualize. What does it feel like? What is that emotion of really being able to do what you want to do those things that right now might be stopped to you? You can do them in your mind, clear, use your senses, and then you can open your eyes. But that's the idea, is use visualization to imagine what it feels like and feel that feeling. Let's keep going. Celebrate small wins. We talked about this before. This is really important. Is even the wins that are really small, you want to celebrate them. You want to go, yay! You can go up like this, yay! There's all kinds of things you can do. You just smile. You can find all kinds of ways, but the whole idea is celebrate. Yes, I did it. I did it. Yes. And that's what you want to make sure. Even and we're talking small wins, okay? I just did 10 minutes of studying. Yes, I studied for 10 minutes. I moved my project ahead. Yes. I love doing it in the mirror. You don't have to do it in the mirror, but it helps. So you want to create rituals. You want to schedule regular celebrations as well, where you do a more detailed, maybe you look at the achievements that you've written down or the gratitudes, and you celebrate those things. Create a ritual. Other thing that you can do, which is a really cool thing, is create a win wall in your office, where you where you write down all your wins. I like to do it in online. I have a whole place where I put all my wins, all my accomplishments, and I just review them every week. I look at all the things that I accomplished and I say, yes, that's me. That's like me. That's a great expression too. Great affirmation. That's like me. That is like me. Number 8, confidence portfolio. Okay. So what you want to do is you just want to keep adding things that are indications of your confidence in your levels of achievement, and the things that are successful for you, that you have moved forward with. And every time, sometimes, and these can also be just memories of great successes. I was a tennis player for a long, long time, and I remember winning a big tournament, which I wasn't supposed to win. I wasn't even seeded. And I won the tournament. And I was just so amazed at how well I played and how I beat guys that were supposed to beat me. And it was just so, and this is something that I remember. It's called in the heroic tradition, which I'm a part of, you might want to check out heroic.us. That is, I'm a heroic coach, and that is one of the favorite uh, ways of conveying this powerful information of empowerment. Heroic.us. And there's a free 30-day trial for their app. It's amazing. Check it out. So the portfolio is basically a compilation of the highlights of your life, the highlights of your success. What is it that has you feel confident? And bring those to mind when you have a situation coming up and you need the power, you need the confidence. Remember those times. It makes a huge difference. Peer mentoring. This is a really good one. Get with some other people who are also on the path of confidence, who are also really motivated to be their best, and schedule a regular meeting with them. Could be other bi-weekly for 30 minutes. I have a number. I have several of these people, and we usually do it weekly for the most part. And we meet weekly, and we help each other. We listen to each other. We take turns being coach. We take turns being the person that listens, being the person that speaks, and we support each other and we hold each other to account. We're accountability buddies, and it makes such a difference to have somebody like this in your life. Create a peer mentor. Really makes a difference. Okay, confidence through connection. We're connecting. We're expressing who we are and what we're up to, and we're holding ourselves accountable. It's a great method to build your confidence. Number 10, confidence anchoring. This is a great one. So you can do a bunch of things. A lot of times I do hypnosis. I'm not really a hypnotist myself, but I participate in a number of hypnotic sessions, especially on YouTube. There's a bunch of great hypnosis stuff. Marissa Peer is one of my favorite hypnotists, as is Paul McKenna. Those two I would highly recommend if you want to check out hypnosis. But what you want to do here is when you think about your confident moments, when you look back on the times when you were the most confident, you do something like do this. Or this is one of my favorites. Yes, yes, yes. One of the things that I learned how to do was to create parking spaces. And I would drive into my neighborhood where there were not a lot of parking spaces, and I would say, yes, yes. Because every time I got a parking space, I would anchor it like this, yes. And then when I was looking for one, I would say yes, and miraculously, parking spaces would come out of nowhere. Practice it when you feel highly confident. Practice, this is a great one. Yes, this is a great one. This is a great one too. It's just pushing your thumb and your finger together. Really great. It will bend when you need it in situations where you really need it. Boom. Yes, yes, yes. And that really will elevate your confidence. So that's the 10. I hope that one or two of these will be useful to you. So this is like time for a little action plan, because action is important. It's really important that you take action on these things. Okay, so select your top 3 that we went over, and we'll review them, and then identify for each of those that you choose. Then what you're going to do is identify specific measurable actions that you can take, and then set a timeline. And I say 30 days is a really good time. And then identify what could come up that would stop you from doing that. And then you might want to take a screenshot of this, because this is a really good thing. And then define success metrics and keep track. So let's go over the hacks that we have here for increasing your confidence. Anchoring, peer mentoring, getting yourself someone who is going to be useful for you. Confidence portfolio, hero bars, add evidence of your achievements. Every time you have something that you're proud of your achievement, put it in your portfolio, either digitally or physically. Celebrate small wins. Make sure that you schedule times to celebrate them, and celebrate you should celebrate 5, 6, 10 times a day, because you're creating small wins all the time. Celebrate them. Visualize. Take some time to visualize. Now, if there's anything that comes out to you, this is something that you want to write down and take a look at. How can you implement this in your life over the next 30 days? This is hack 5. I'm sorry, the 4 and the 5s got a little mixed up here. Gratitude journaling. You want to journal, and you can do that either digitally or in an actual journal, and reflect on why this is gratitude. And also, as you're doing that, also your achievements. So gratitude and achievements, both of them are important to celebrate. Skills mastery. Decide that you are going to get good at something. Get good at something, because that's going to give you so much confidence. I can do this. You're going to visualize yourself being good at it too. And then you're going to spend 15 to 30 minutes every day, and you're going to work on it until it becomes a skill. And I'd say in 30 days, if you spend that time, it's going to make a huge difference. You're going to be so much more confident in whatever area that you are. Bring the confidence to that skill practice. Okay, it could be something like cooking, could be something like playing the piano, could be reading, could be all kinds of studying stuff. Just make it a priority to build your skills. Keep learning, keep growing. Daily affirmations. Create some affirmations that really work for you and say them every day. Best to say them looking in the mirror with the power pose, but that's not necessary, but just say them maybe 10 to 20 to 100 times a day. I am confident. I am confident. I can do it. I've got this. Just say these affirmations again and again. Act 2, see this is reframe the failure as feedback. Okay? There's either winning or there's learning. You have the choice. You can either win or you can learn. It's not failure. Reframe it as feedback. Keep going. Keep going. Everybody's going to fail. Know that the people who are most successful have many times failed the most. So don't be afraid of failure. Just keep going. And then hack number 1 is strike the power pose. Really try this one out on a regular, especially before you're going to do something where you've got to be in public or you got to present or whatever. And do the power pose. Best to do it in the mirror if you can. Don't have to, but do it in the mirror. Say your affirmations. It's really, really great stuff. So those are the 10. And there's one, I'm going to give you the 11, okay? And that's called tapping. And I think that all of you know that I love tapping. And basically what it is it's tapping on certain meridian points. I'm not going to go into all the details, but there's a line right here, a bone right here. And what you want to do is you want to take these 3 fingers on both hands and tap like this. You can do it with one hand too. You can even do it if you have glasses on, but I would recommend that you take the glasses off. Okay, but you can do it while you have the glasses on. Okay, and then the next one is under the eye. Again, I would really recommend that you take the glasses off and do it under the eye. There's the bone there. So that's the second spot. Third one is here, right here. And fourth one is underneath at the bottom of the rib cage, the side of the ribs, right here. And while you're doing that, just say your affirmations. I can do it. I am confident. I can let go of fear. Here's another point too, right here in the very center of the chest. I can let go of fear. I am powerful. Really great stuff. So those are all the hacks. And finally, closing thoughts are, let me bring us back here. Transform yourself with unshakable confidence. If you'd like to, I can work with you personally on this. And you can use these two URL codes. You can book a strategy session with me, or you can get my Unstoppable Confidence checklist by scanning the other one, the one that says right next to free. I want to thank you so much for being here with me. It's been a real pleasure to give you this small dose of empowerment, and you are meant to be empowered by this, so go out and use it. And this is Coach Joe. You can find me on LinkedIn, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook. I am here for you. I'd love to give you a free session, so please not only follow me, but also follow up and get your session so that I can empower you even more. Thanks so much, and I hope that you are ready to have the best day of your life, and you're ready to be more and more confident. Every day you're more and more confident. Every day you're growing in confidence. You've got this. You can do it. I believe in you. And just say that to yourself. Final words. I believe in you. Say that to yourself one more time. I believe in you. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great day.